Hello Rebels and welcome back to my life. A lot of things happened during my recent break from making videos, but one of the things I'm most excited about is the New Horizons mission that just reached and started sending images from Pluto, which has astronomers across the world all at Twitter. They actually are literally kind of freaking out on Twitter. It's adorable. Here's everything you need to know about the New Horizons mission and what we've learned about Pluto so far. The New Horizons space probe was launched in 2006, but its origins actually go back much earlier, like to 1990 with a mission called Pluto 350. That mission was canceled in the year 2000, reportedly due to budget constraints. And I just have to say to the American government, you know who never canceled space exploration missions due to budget constraints? Starfleet. And look where that got them. NASA received so much backlash over the cancellation, because we all sort of love Pluto, that they started the New Frontiers program as a sort of mid-budget catch-all program for all similar missions. We say mid-budget, but the budget is actually $650 million. But for NASA, that's not very much, especially when compared to moon exploration and the ISS, all of which require a lot more resources because they involve actually keeping humans alive in space. In 2002, the project was effectively canceled by the Bush administration, who simply didn't include the project in NASA's budgets for 2003, but the scientists on the project had already set their hearts on it, and they didn't stand for that. They published a survey of all of NASA's ongoing projects, and they placed New Horizons at the top of the priority list, even above further missions to the Moon and Jupiter. After using that report to garner overwhelming support from the populace, New Horizons was reinstated and given its 2006 launch date. To get all the way out to Pluto and not take decades doing it, New Horizons was launched at the fastest rate we've ever launched anything away from Earth, at the blistering speed of 16 kilometers per second. Just for reference, at that speed, you could circle the Earth in 41 minutes. Then it was 9 years of waiting, although the probe did some pretty cool sci-fi stuff during that time. It flew by and took new photos and recordings of Jupiter, also using Jupiter's gravity to slingshot into even faster speeds, and also took new images and observations of an asteroid in the asteroid belt. And then, just a couple of days ago, New Horizons sent back the first high-res photos of Pluto, and I don't mean the first high-res photos on this mission, I mean the first high-res photos we have ever seen. See, we've never gotten close enough to Pluto to see what it actually looks like. Any image you've ever seen of the planet was just an artist's rendition. Before, this was the best photo we had of Pluto. Yeah, not very impressive. But here's the first real photo we've ever seen of Pluto, as captured by a camera actually built by human hands. It looks a lot better, doesn't it? New Horizons is currently gathering more data and will start sending it back to Earth soon. But I want to talk about one thing that I haven't heard a lot of people mention. You probably know that Pluto isn't technically a planet, it's classified as a dwarf planet. But what a lot of people don't know is that as Pluto moves on its orbital path, it doesn't just rotate, it orbits again. Pluto's largest moon is a body called Charon, which narrowly escaped being classified as a dwarf planet itself due to its size. It's so large, in fact, that it doesn't orbit Pluto. Pluto and Charon orbit each other. Here's a video showing what that looks like, and you can see that the center of gravity of the Pluto mini-system isn't Pluto itself. It's that little point in space outside of Pluto. This is what's called a binary orbit, where two bodies orbit each other instead of the smaller one orbiting the larger. Quick side note, if you happen to be reading my Nightblade books, you may notice that that world has two moons, and what isn't really mentioned in the book, because they're not big on astronomy, is that those moons are in a binary orbit of each other. So now you know. The last thing to know about New Horizons and Pluto is that, of course, this isn't everything you need to know. We can't even imagine the data that's going to be coming at us over the next little while, and what it's going to mean for the future of astronomy and more knowledge about our solar system. Rebels, these are pretty exciting times. Thank you so much for watching. An extra special shout out to my supporters on Patreon who make all of my YouTube videos possible. If you want to be one of them and help out, click the Patreon link in the description below, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!